Hello! Today I will explore how I created my recent short film, Godzilla Vane. So if you haven't watched it, then I'd recommend seeing it just for context, or not, do as you like. Let's get started. Now, a few months ago, I released a teaser trailer for the film, and only a few days after I made it, I had realised I made a terrible mistake, that I should not make a trailer for a film that I had not even made yet. In truth, I had actually finished maybe a quarter of the animation. However, that is when I realised it was turning into one of my other two films, where the animation is bad and it has this absolutely stupid art style that makes no sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, the animation still is not too great, but it is still very new to me, so I try the best I can with what I can do currently. The reason I released a trailer, I'm guessing, is that after I made Solus, I was really excited on what I could do next. Sadly, that was not the best idea, as this film would turn out looking exactly like that if I didn't just stop and think if this was a good idea. Now, the film has next to no story writing or dialogue for that matter, but to be honest, I don't know if it really needs to. All it really is a person who realises that the selfishness of the human race had caused this giant monster to appear and destroy the city. But we took all of that for granted. The constant abuse of our control on these needs only made us realise that there is no such thing as control. But I did want there to be a clear theme in this film, and not just some deeper meaning that no one would ever understand. You know, like Solus. Can we please just forget I ever made this? Now, Godzilla, in every incarnation, almost, has been used as a tool to bring about a message to the people of its time. In 1954's Godzilla, he was a walking metaphor for nuclear disaster. The point is, my version will not be anywhere near as well conveyed as that example, but quite simply, our future becomes a reality where the seas and skies have been polluted to hell, and Mother Nature spits back its own monster to punish us. The animation in this film is obviously the most important bit, and this is where it takes a big step up in CGI for me. I mean, I've learnt so many new things. I can animate water now. I can make explosions. Being able to animate lots of different effects just gives me so much potential on what I could do in the future. This film is made with a program called Blender 3D and is edited in iMovie. Anyway, I took inspiration from another animator on YouTube called Dead Sound. He creates these 3D animations that are styled to look as 2D as he can possibly make them. So I tried copying that. And I think it worked fairly okay. I mean, obviously it will never be as visually striking as his hand-painted backgrounds and characters, but again, I am trying my best here. A lot of scenes look a bit like this. I mean, if you're not going to see any of it, then why should I 3D model it? I had a black edge to every object to make it look like a 2D texture. It doesn't work very well, but it's better than it not being there. And then add some other effects like bloom and ambient occlusion, and then I set it to render. Now, animating Godzilla is only easy when you get the hang of it, because, you know, this thing is huge and it needs to move really slowly, which I didn't quite get the memo of in early test animation. The atomic breath was really fun to make. It's made up of a cylinder and another cylinder with lots of blue lines on the outside for effect. The explosion is a similar story, it's just a displaced texture with some fancy lines on it. I am very happy with this film. Yeah, it may not look the best or sound the best, but I still made it. If you told me that I made this back in December, then I would never believe you. I was finally able to make my first proper short film. One that didn't suck, and one that I really enjoyed making. And one that I hope everyone who watches it likes it. I tried my best, and that's what counts. So, what now? Well, I don't really know myself, to be honest. I have lots of ideas and films that I want to put to the test, but I think the best thing to do now is just stop and rest for a week or so. make sure that I don't come up with the same mindset that I had before, and really think about what I am doing when I make the next thing. Thanks for watching. As I said last time, thanks to the people who like these videos and subscribe because of them. I like making these films a lot, and I'm really glad that other people do as well. So, I guess now I am going to play some Mario Kart, and just get ready for what I may make next. Goodbye.